What's up, JC Nation? We are back. It is 8:45. The E-minis are up 25. Nasdaq's up 150. Dell's up a hundo. CRM up 8 points. Palantir up 10 points. Microsoft up 13 points. Everything is up. Even NVIDIA is reversing. We just talked about how NVIDIA is down 0.5%. Now it's up 0.5%. Oh, man. What say you, Jamal? This is crazy.
I say, who would have thought that the market could still be so exciting when VIX is around 16? This is a heck of a market, man. It's amazing.
It's crazy.
You ready to hear about the week?
I am. Please, this week in stocks. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Stocks hit new highs to end May. You know, with all the craziness that has happened more recently, and with myself being out a large part of the last couple of weeks, I kind of forgot it was the end of the month. And, you know, we'll typically see some wild flows at the end of the month, and I think we've definitely seen that this time around. Let's move to the first slide. So stocks hit a new record. Micron and Dell have definitely led the charge. Chips are still flying higher. I feel like every time we get on air, that's the main thing we're talking about. Of course, people are, you know, trying to draw parallels to 2000. I think it's always fascinating. And I think it's kind of a way for people to ground themselves, right? You see something, you wonder if it's repeatable, if it's going to happen again. It's different. I mean, it really is compared to 2000. 2000 was a different time. I wasn't trading then, but I think we're all full aware of how different it was. I mean, it was a time where, you know, the internet was popping off. There were companies that were being created that had no revenue, that were just doing crazy stuff. That's not quite the case here. I mean, all we keep hearing about is these build outs for you know, factories, you know, due to AI and the power that's going to be created. And I think it's just completely different time period. But it's hard not to sort of relate them because of the way that these stocks are moving. I mean, I used to hear this all the time about certain names, and I don't remember the stock prices, but like I think Qualcomm might have been one of them. Qualcomm might have been a name that was trading, you know, well over $500, $600. I think. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat or whatever. But there were names that were moving, like you see SanDisk that's moving more recently, up 100 or down 100 in any given day. So I think that's why people are kind of hearkening to that. But it's just a different time period. These companies, there's a lot of money floating around. There is actual money and revenue behind these companies, and you're seeing it on the earnings. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. But we had an inflation number this week. PCE ran hottest in nearly 3 years. Crude oil finally below 90, and meaningfully so at this point. It seems as though something is changing here in the landscape of the war. U.S. and Iran traded strikes and ceasefire talks. I mean, how often do you hear that in the same sentence? Kind of a trip. And the big thing, I think, for me, yesterday, while we were on the floor, there was a big pop in the market and also a pullback in VIX. And I always talk about the alerts that I have. I love having alerts on because I like to see when things change. And usually they'll be coupled, you know, boom, you hit a new high, boom, VIX falls. So we saw VIX fall below 16 at this point. And as we start to hear more about calming of the war headlines, Goldman Sachs apparently lifted their year-end target to 8,000. I mean, that seemed impossible back in March. Not so much anymore.
Yeah. And what's funny is, like, speaking of the regime change and just how things are changing, if you go to like a 20-year monthly chart, you can see like Micron, Dell, like these stocks are just straight up. Like the gains that Dell specifically has made in this year outweigh all of the gains it's ever had in its entire existence. And Goldman Sachs year-end target of 8,000, that's actually well within the expected move for SPX. Year-end expected move is up at 84.50 now. So crazy.
Yeah, let's move to the next slide. I think Vecchio has, like, I remember we were doing Futures Power Hour one day, and I think he bought like an 8,000 call spread or something like that. I don't remember. We have to talk to him about it. But yeah, this was like maybe a month ago. And hey, we're not that far away. So for the week, look at the indexes here. Nasdaq up 2.2%. Russell up 1.6%, even though it was down somewhat today. S&P 1.2%, and the Dow kind of flat on the week. And we have noticed that. Dow's been somewhat flat on the week. As a result of this, you've heard Mike and I both talk about the year-long trades. I'm in Nasdaq, he's in S&P, and we're both in the futures and we've the micros, and we've had to shift them up because of these big moves that we've been having here in these indexes. Something else, man.
It's crazy.
Let's move to the next slide. Talk about the big movers on the week. Now, again, this was yesterday as of the close, but Dell up 38% on the week. Micron 21%, SanDisk 15%. Like I mentioned, I remember, I think it was yesterday, this thing was up $100 after being down the previous day. Been some strong moves in there. The non-movers, CrowdStrike down 3%, which again, it's not a whole lot when you look at the chart more recently. We were looking at that yesterday. Had no idea how much that thing's been mooning more recently. Autodesk down and Dix down. Also had earnings this week. Micron and SanDisk just shy of their record highs. Let's move to the next slide. So this is on the month through yesterday. Micron up 86%, SanDisk, big mover, Seagate, big mover, Western Digital, all three of those I just mentioned when we did the opening bell. Marvell, a bigger mover, 28% on the week. On the month. Salesforce, trying to reverse this trend, but Salesforce has been down. You guys have seen what's been happening in these service names, and as a matter of fact, Snow is one of those where it's just even the reversal yesterday, still down 11%. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the day, maybe these things will be positive on the month. But Serviceforce, Adobe, ServiceNow. I'm not sure if FTNT or Zscaler are in that same space, but a lot of service names within here. Zscaler got smoked. It had earnings, I think, too, but it got smoked on the week. So let's move to the next slide. Big takeaway there, memory and storage. I mean, they're just absolutely going nuts. So we talked about that inflation. That was the big macro thing on the week. And again, this is it's kind of crazy to see PCE come in hot, right? Hottest reading in nearly 3 years. Yet this week, one of the big things that's pulled back has been the 10-year yield. That thing was above 4.6%. Now it's in the 4.45 range. So big pullback. Not too many changes, though, I don't think, with the CME FedWatch tool with the expectation for rate hikes. I think there's still a chance that we get a rate hike by the end of the year. Who knows? We'll see. We got a new Fed chair. Who knows if he's going to make a statement or if he's just going to go with the flow, if you know what I mean. But we've been above the Fed target. I know I saw a stat the other day, and I don't remember the exact number, but we've been above the Fed's 2% target for a long time, like probably almost the second longest in history, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, super elevated.
Right?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Crazy. But yeah, 37% chance that we get a hike by the end of the year.
There you go. Guess that's not 50, but we'll see.
It's close.
Dell, the story of the last 24 hours, lifted its 2027 sales outlook. The prior outlook was 140 billion, and now we're up at 167 billion. And again, I mean, you have to imagine a lot of this has to do with is related to AI and them in the servers. I mean, people are clamoring for it, man, using it all the time. I know I was at a point where I was barely using AI stuff, and now I use it a lot more. I don't even just mean for work. I mean, personally, now I'm using it pretty regularly. Just it's pretty good. I mean, with the results that you get, nevertheless, I don't think it's eclipsed us, Mike. I don't think it's better trader than us. That's why we have a segment that we do, Jamal versus AI, and we're still finding ways to be a little bit better. As far as strategies, obviously, this thing is scraping the internet all the time and finding all of the information that's out there, a lot of tastylive information when it comes to trading, by the way, and it sees how to create option trades, but does it have the best way of giving the best strategy given certain situations? I don't think so.
I would agree.
Last slide. So Dell popped 38% on the week and even higher now. Again, that was as of last night. It's even higher on AI server demand. The biggest thing that threw me for a loop, ExxonMobil holders are voting to move to Texas. I thought they were already in Texas. I had no idea. Apparently their headquarters is in New Jersey, but they're voting to move to Texas. It would seem to make sense. A lot of people seem to be moving to Texas these days. BP ousted its chairman. That's right. You suck. So there's a lot of going on here now in the oil space, right? Which is wild because we've seen a lot happened in oil more recently, and now you're starting to see some fallout as a result of oil prices dropping. It's kind of fascinating. Big week ahead. We got ISM, we got JOLTS, we got ADP, of course, the jobs report. So it's the beginning of the month. See what happens there. We'll see if things are turning for the worse in jobs or if they're getting better. And then Fed meets on the 16th and 17th. That's Warsh's first meeting. No cuts in 2026, but we'll see if it happens.
We shall see. Beautiful stuff. Thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. And this has to be like one of the craziest this week's in stocks that you've done, just to the upside with Dell, Micron, SanDisk. Just these numbers are astronomical. It's absolutely crazy.
I mean, yeah, and it keeps on going. It's wild.
It's nutty. Please like this video if you like this content. We would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, E-minis up 26, Nasdaq up 200 now. The same names we've been mentioning all day. Dell up 110, Microsoft up 13, Nvidia turning up, almost up 1% now, up at 215 again. So this is the new way. All tech stocks must go higher, and that's the rule. We don't make the rules, we just follow them.